Hello everybody and welcome back to FM23 with the Youth Academy Guiseley save, and it's been a while, hasn't it? I've been on holiday and I think the last video was on Wednesday last week. So anyway, if you're catching this series up, it will be like I never left, but if you're watching it as they're released, I can only apologise. But I'm here for a week and then I go away again, and then I'm here for a week and then I'm in the UK for like 3 weeks. So I have no idea how the video is going to be done over the next couple of months or a month or so, but we'll figure it out. But let's dive into the game. It's December and our early season form has dropped off a little bit. But let's dive into the game. And the first thing to touch on is that we have our youth intake preview and lots of A's across the board, which is lovely. An excellent intake, an excellent group of players coming through. Good. At least one of our fullbacks has plenty of promise. There is an attacking midfielder we should keep a very close eye on. One of our wingers looks like a very handy prospect, and a forward who can be considered a fine prospect as well. We have centre backs at B, wide midfielders at B, D for central midfielders, E for goalkeepers, and no defensive midfielders and no wing backs coming through. But the fact that we've got one striker who looks pretty good. We've got 3 wingers coming through and one of them looks very handy. We've got one attacking midfielder who looks very good, and potentially one fullback that can play both sides, or one of the centre backs that can play right back or left back, or just the left back or just the right back who looks very good as well. And B-rated centre backs is useful. I think we do need some young blood coming through in those positions. So everybody that now is due a new gen or regen, however you want to call them, we'll get one in this intake when they come through. And thank you to John Carpenter as well, who is also a Patreon of the channel, and yeah, you'll be getting your name in the game in this new youth intake when it comes through in around March time. So we'll have to wait and have a look at that. So what's happened since our wonderful start to the season, which was titled in the episode our best start of the season ever? Yeah, it started really well. We picked up a bit of form. We got lots of wins. Recently, we've been a little bit of a struggle. Brentford, we lost 3-0. Derby beat us in the EFL Cup 4th round. Palace beat us. Derby beat us in the league. We beat West Brom, but then Cardiff beat us. Sheffield Wednesday beat us. A bounce-back win against Sunderland. A draw against Bristol City. And then a loss against Villa and Reading. And the thing to notice is that the teams we're losing to, if we have a quick look at the league table, you'll see us in 13th. But all the teams we're losing to are these sort of top 10. Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Reading, Bristol City, West Brom, Derby, Brentford, Coventry still up there for some reason, are always at the top of the Championship but never quite get promoted. And then we're generally beating the teams below us. So the Sunderland, we got a win against them. That was our bounce back win. I think we beat Cardiff. Sheffield Wednesday, I think we drew. But generally we are sort of now a bang on mid-table team. And it's just about trying to take that next step into this position, and if we can sort of get that form of an early season and keep it going for a little bit longer, that'll help us out. But the problem we have is that generally we pick up injuries, and injuries to first team players cause us a bit of a problem and lose a bit of form, and then you lose morale, and when you lose morale, Football Manager suddenly becomes a lot harder. But generally, though, I am very happy with how the team performing. Top appearance maker is Scott Lloyd with 24. Connor's next after him with 21 starts and 3 sub-appearances. John Leake, the new right back, 20 appearances, 4 sub-appearances. Dominic Johnson still up there, actually having a pretty good season at centre-back, which is good. Jay Leach, Supreme Dave, Graham Cox, Shane Stick, Kane Harding. We've had a few people kicking up a fuss. Zemjev Villions has been moaning about not enough football. Alphakov moaned about not enough football, which I was very surprised about, because you start every game that we don't play a striker, you start as the shadow striker. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying, that one. But you are top goal scorer, Alphakov, with 5, as is Lyric Hartas, the youngster coming up from the youth team. He's one of those where he's not amazing, but his attributes are in the right place. Pace could be better, but balance, jumping reach, composure, determination, passing, finishing and composure, looking good. He basically looks like a young Zemjev Villions, which I'm not upset about, to be honest. So yeah, Lyric Hartas is coming through, has got some goals, not the greatest amount of potential, but is doing a decent job when he gets games at the moment, which is good to see. Should probably give him a bit more, but he is still playing for the under-21s as well, so we don't want to completely be a detriment to his development, because he's only 20, and if he can get some more game time in the under-21s and then progress better and develop better, it's better for him. really. Alpha Cough is joint up there with 5, as we touched on. Supreme Dave has 3, Jake Mills with 2, Peter Horworth with 2, Justin Donker with 2, Graham Cox with 2. So we're spreading the goals out a little bit as well. And then assists wise, it is Joshua Rose up there with 4, but he's picked up a knock, so not been playing too much recently. Graham Cox up there with 4 as well, Peter Hayworth with 2, and then a couple of people, or a number of people, with 1 assist. So yeah, not it's an interesting one. We're not scoring loads, but we're not conceding loads as well. I mean, apart from that, we started the season with a 3-3 draw, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, you go through it 1-1, 1-0, 3-1, 1-0, 1-0, 3-0, 1-1, 3-2, 3-1, 2-0. I mean, we occasionally get a shellacking. Sheffield Wednesday beating us 4-0, which is a little bit irritating. But yeah, overall, it's not bad. I think a really strong start to the season has helped us out. If we have a quick look at the league map, you'll see we've jumped up to 4th at one point, now back to 13th, and this is the sort of area, right? 15th to 9th is sort of where we floated around most of last season, and you know, we've been flirting with relegation. We seem to have put that behind us. We've sorted out the finances, which is really good. 7.747 million in the bank. They've taken a hit because our stadium expansion is complete, and the board have invested again in facilities. So if we have a look, we have training facilities 12 now, so that's good. Youth recruitment 20, junior coaching 20, and youth facilities 10. So the board occasionally are putting their hand in their pocket and paying for things, which is good, which is useful. We're sort of making them happy as well, which is all good. So we're keeping them on that sort of level par, what we need to do. So increase youth level, we'll ask them to do that. Don't want to expand the stadium. Training, no, we don't want to do that. Can't do anything else with facilities. Finance, don't want to do anything with that. Networking, we have got another affiliate club as well, which could be good, could be bad. You never really know. But yeah, not too much. We don't need to expand the stadium just yet. Again, but definitely the upgrade in gate receipts is really helping us. As you can see, like 16,000 we're starting to get in here, like at home games, which is awesome. 11,000 came for Huddersfield, 11,362 came for Charlton, and then we got our expansion finished, and 16,855 people fitted into the Guiseley Stadium for the loss to Crystal Palace, which was a bit annoying. We actually haven't won at home since the expansion has been done, so that's a little bit irritating, isn't it? That's a bit irritating, but there you go. No outs, no ins, obviously. The under-21s are having a pretty decent season again, second behind Wolves, 21 points behind, or 6 points behind Wolves, who have got 27. We're sending out a few people out on loan. Father Todd Unctuous has gone out again. The 6'4" centre-back or right-back has gone out just to go and get some senior football because he was playing very well in the youth team, getting a 6.95. So he's gone down to the National League to see what he can do with Morecambe. And see what happens there. The under-18s are finding themselves top of the Professional Development League. We generally have a very good youth intake system. So, yeah, 22 points, 2 points clear of second place Rotherham. 7 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, scoring lots of goals, conceding lots as well, but can't really complain too much if the under-18s and the under-21s are having a great old time of it, which is really good to see, to be honest. It is good that that's happening. I'm trying to think about what else we can talk about because I've not really played much Football Manager. I got to a point where I wanted to carry on. It was December. I've played a couple of games today which were 0-0. I think it was the 0-0. No, Sunderland, yeah. I played Sunderland, the win. 0-0 against Bristol City. 2-0 against Villa, which we were actually a bit unlucky in as well. And a 2-0 against Reading, which we were a little bit unlucky about as well. So results are sort of going against us at the moment, and again it's this patch in December where I think we always seem to have an issue. So again, if we look here, so December, we actually did all right in December last year. January did all right. We went on a terrible run in February, and then the year before that we had a terrible run here in January. December wasn't amazing, terrible run in November. So we have these patches in us where we just go on horrible runs, and they're generally around December, January time, because that's when you get so many fixtures. But yeah, I mean, look at that, we didn't win. I mean, 2042, we didn't win in December, which is absolutely dreadful. So hopefully we don't repeat that and we can pick up a win pretty soon. We're going to go and play Rotherham, which is actually like 4 days away. So I'll skip forward to that. We'll be back for the game. Okay, so we're back for game day, and Rotherham are lining up in a 4-2-3-1. So we're going to basically get our assistant to tell them all to kick them really hard, and we're going to be playing our 4-2-3-1 as well, because that's what we play against a system that isn't a 4-4-2, basically. And if it's not working, we'll change to the strikerless system if we need to. Now, Hartas can't play, even though I was going to play him up front in this one because he is injured. Got injured in the under-21 game that happened before this. But Jay Leach is going to come back in at left back. Jeff Hogg, we haven't changed you over all of these. People that want new names or new players, it'll all happen with this intake, so you can see who we get and if you want someone and request it and things like that. So we're going to start with Jake Mills up front over Yevgen Villions, which is, I think, a good mix. We are going to start Alphakoff in the shadow striker role so that he gets a bit more game time. Although last 5 games, you haven't played very well. 6.48. We're going to drop you. Graham Cox is coming in. Connor and Supreme Dave in the middle. Not too bad with that. Johnson and Donker is our pretty much solid back two. John Leake on the right. Kai Harding starting there. I think we're going to start Gareth Earl, because Gareth Earl has been training really well. He keeps getting really good training reports. He's really quick. He can put a good cross in from that right wing spot as well. So let's see if he can find Jake Mills with some balls. The ever-present Shane Stitt on the left. He's got a good, pretty roll out there. And then substitution tactics will be Pete Horworth and... this is interesting. So we've got Ryan O'Connor doesn't really need to be on the bench. We've got a lot of options there. So, in fact, we're lacking a few players here. Let's put Christian Agnarsson on. So we'll have Pete Horworth can come on. Cox can drop back. Alphakoff can come on there. Yevgen Villions up front. Okonkwo can go up front or right wing. Got Kai Harding right wing or right back. Centre backs on there. Yeah, the only thing we're missing is left back, really. So we could maybe remove Okonkwo. I think that's a little bit too much. And put Jeff Hogg back on the bench. So it just gives us options across the back four, the middle and up front as well. Let's get into this game. Rotherham are struggling this season, but that doesn't really mean anything for us because we can sort of... I was saying we normally beat the teams below us, but we can generally beat anyone on our day and lose to anyone. So we'll see. I want to put an end to our bad results, so let's get out there and make this work. We'll tell them all that we have faith in them and it's all amazing. Just need to get in there and change all of this stuff because obviously I've been playing in 2Ds to try and watch the tactics. So sideline, lower that a little bit, keep it as key highlights. That might maybe need to go one more down. And let's see how we get on, really. So yeah, we're in 13th. Rotherham down there in 21st. We've had the match momentum and an XG start, which is positive. Looks like we're on top of the game. Graham Cox swings in a free kick. Good save from Lamb in goal. It's going to be an early corner for Guiseley. I mean, Donker was completely unmarked at the front post there. Corner swings it in towards Johnson, but Lamb with good hands holds on. 20 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0. Now Leak with a free kick. Takes it short. Dave. Donkor into Connor. Dave again. Cox. That's good football. Stitt squares it to Jake Mills. What a goal that is from Guiseley. Come on. The passing and the movement there was absolutely superb. It's like a lovely bit of sort of one-touched football there. Supreme Dave take a touch into Cox. Round the corner to Stitt. Unselfishly to Jake Mills. And that is 1-0 Guiseley. And that is absolutely superb. And judging from how the game has started, it's no less than what we deserve as we jump up to 10th. As it stands at the moment, that is superb. But it's a free kick, sort of like a corner. Brown swings it in, and I don't know what happened there. I'm starting to lose patience with Scott Lloyd. He does make some pretty crap decisions. Brown swings it in. I don't know if that's a terrible animation of him getting blocked off or not, but at the back post, we've got a very tall guy at the back. Who's our defender there? It's Dominic Johnson, who is our tallest, one of our best headerers of the ball. And he's just let Pixie climb above him and stick it in at the back post, which is very irritating. Because it looks like it's a game we've pretty clearly been on top of. And we haven't taken our chances. 3 shots, 1 on target. 10 for us, 7 on target. Right, I don't like what I've just seen. Point the finger, defensively unacceptable. None of you have been able to pass and you've not been good enough in front of goal. Go out there, make the difference. Improve, please. Demand more. Look at this match momentum. We've been absolutely all over them. Just can't take our chances at the moment. Had a good enough XG. We're creating chances and stuff. Right, we're getting to the hour mark. So now we need to make some changes, get those fresh legs on. Centre-backs can stay on, they're not too bad. John Leake, let's go attacking. Kai Harding on at right back. In terms of fitness in here, Connor and Supreme Dave. We'll do Connor off for Hayworth. He does like playing as the deep line playmaker. We'll go with that for now. Jake Mills looks like he might be coming off soon. For Jevgen Villion, some fresh legs up front is never hurtful. As Kai Harding into Earl. Good training, and this is Kai Harding really pushing more forward than Leake as Super Dame picks up into Jake Mills. It's a good save from Lamb. That was a good little route, good little sort of system there as we get to the 69th minute. We're going to get our last two subs on. We're going to, I don't know what to do. Do we want fresh legs up front? Let's get Alphakoff, Jake Mills for Jevgen Villions. We've got one sub left. And we'll do... It should be Supreme Dave, really. We need fitness in the middle there. Let's get Agnarsson on in there. I'm tempted to do Magnusson and drop Alphakoff back, but I think we will put Agnarsson in there as the register to go and push and press with fresh legs. So let's see if that works. Give him some encouragement. 1-1, 10 minutes to go. Bit of match momentum there, but again, we've absolutely dominated this game. Johnson with a free kick. Goes long. It's headed away. Shaw's there. Over the top for Eyes. Harding gets there first. Earl. Back to Christian Agnarsson. That's not a good pass from the centre-back filling in at central midfield. Harding. Great ball down the line to Earl, but a poor touch from the youngster. Castro to Leclerc. Goes long. Kai Harding wins the header. Earl. Christian Agnarsson looks for that ball to Alphakoff. Good header. Earl in. Back post. It's diving headed away. And Lilo brings it forward. Pixley over the top. Shaw looked offside. And it's a great touch from Scott Lloyd. He's done really well. Blamed him for the first goal. But that was a crucial touch and goal there from Scott Lloyd. Free kick. Graham Cox. Oh no, it's Hayworth taking it. Cox is normally our free kick taker. Oh, we took him off, didn't we? For Alphakoff. Hayworth. Lines it up. Roof of the net. 90th minute. Leach wins it back. Agnarsson, Johnson, Leach. That's a poor pass. Pixley's there. Back to Whisker. Into Hunter. Over the top. Fate, I think, kept on side. And that is an absolute kick in the teeth for Guiseley. We don't deserve that. We've been by far the better team in this game. And it could be tiredness at the back. Oh, unbelievable. It's just given them huge amounts of XG. Unbelievable. Look at this match momentum. Oh, we had better XG all the way. They created two good chances at the end. Shocking. 8 shots to 18, 4 on target to 11. More possession. Unbelievable. Totally undeserved. Centre-backs were tired at the end, but look, it didn't go our way. I am happy with that performance. But that sums up life as Guiseley in the Championship. We can outplay teams and lose. We can get battered by teams and win. It's a great performance, and I can't be angry. It's a great performance, but that's what happens. That's what happens at this level if you don't take your chances in the Championship. And yeah, very, very irritating. Right, we will be back for the next episode in March when we have a youth intake day. I'll see you then. Cheers.